Oh la la, di, ai, holla, di, ho. Es war schön, gell? Nochmal. Hollala, di, ai, holla, di, ho.
What I have to deal with
Say,
people.
we're having fun. We're having fun. You can
Let's
be
start with the
crazy yourself.
interview. Okay, we are the Griffins.
And we are back.
We're back. Sorry for the wait, but
It was a hard time for you. We know you've been sad, you've been missing us, we've been missing you.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff going on.
Like getting a baby,
Having
buying
a baby,
house.
buying a house, getting married.
Oh man, we did a lot.
Yeah, we missed a lot. We didn't film a lot of good content.
But I have a lot of highlight stories on my Instagram. Officially Lea.g.
Yeah, somewhere in there I'm gonna put like lower quality clips from our stories and pictures and stuff
It's
to
all there.
fill y'all in on everything that's been going on.
It's all there. But we thought the best time is now because it doesn't get any cuter than that. And we gotta record this on video.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the sweetest memory ever for us. And a little insight for you.
But right now we're gonna tell you guys about our trip to
Venice.
to Venice, Italy during the lockdown and what that whole experience was like.
Yeah, it sure was special because it was the first trip for us with a baby. The first flight with a baby. That did make me a little nervous, but I'm easily to make nervous.
That's true.
And I'm freaking out really easily. He always telling the story where I laid down on the floor crying because of a cupcake, but it was a beautiful cupcake.
Yeah. Here come the sound effects.
Yeah, so like for me it was like I got a little nervous about the flight because I didn't know if his ear is gonna hurt with the difference of the height. But I asked my my Instagram community what to do, and they always have a solution, and the solution wasn't even so hard. We kept him a little bit hungry and a little bit sleepy. And right before we started going in the air, I started nursing him, so he was schlucken, swallow. So he started swallowing when we went up and as well as when we went down, and that helped the ears a lot. And that way he also fell asleep twice the whole flight, so it was actually really relaxed and the worries were for nothing.
Yeah, I wasn't so worried. It was just like an hour flight there, so.
Yeah, but still an hour of crying baby can be pretty tiring.
Yeah, well, babies cry. So, but as far as traveling during Corona, like we flew out of Frankfurt, Germany, and it was the first time, well, one of the first times that we got through security so fast, because it was like we were the only people going through security when we went through security. But it was no we didn't have to get a test for Corona or any crazy stuff.
At that time, our area was not a high-risk area and Venice wasn't a high-risk area. So for us, it was actually really easy to travel back and forward. The only difference was the temperature test twice in Venice, arriving and leaving.
Yeah, and the temperature test is just when they put the little temperature gun up to your forehead.
And measure the temperature. I gotta do that at some model jobs too now, at like teleshopping and stuff. But I mean, that don't hurt. The only thing that made me mad that it was kind of random, you know, picking like you and Liam and your friend.
Yeah, they only picked the suspicious looking colored people. That was on the way back
Yeah,
though.
that sucked a little bit. But anyways, that went pretty smooth, I must say. But there was a big difference because your friend, for example, flew back to Nuremberg, Bavaria, and he had to go right into quarantine.
Yeah, Nuremberg is a little bit more strict. We don't know if solely because he flew back to Nuremberg and we flew back to Frankfurt, and that's why we didn't have to go on quarantine, or if it was because he had a layover in Amsterdam, remember?
Amsterdam was a high-risk area at the moment.
Yeah.
But I researched, and online it said layovers don't count like as being in a high-risk area. But he had no chance. He had several corona tests and a lot of paperwork and went right into
they tested
quarantine.
Everybody on his flight and put everybody on 2 weeks quarantine. As soon as they got off the plane, he was like, it was white doctor jackets everywhere. And it looked like an episode of Outbreak or something like that.
So we were actually really lucky with that too. And also we were lucky because like 3 days after they declared Venice as high-risk area too.
Yeah. We went right on time.
Yeah, we really did.
But when we got there, it was cool because it was my first time there, and she was telling me that it's always like overcrowded with tourism there, and when we were there, it was like the streets were pretty empty.
I mean, it looked like it normally looks out here. Like it looked like a normal town.
But it wasn't like overrun like it normally is, like
yeah,
you said.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I've been there twice, and I know how it normally looks. And you know, you barely get a spot in a cafe in Venice. Like you have to make reservations for dinner weeks in advance, and to get the nice hotels, you either pay $1 million or you don't get a spot no more. And it's like super long lines and everything normally. So honestly, like normally I don't suggest to go to Venice because it's just too crowded. But at that time, it was just perfect. Like it wasn't like dead empty, but it was just...
Yeah, we didn't have to stand in line anywhere, or, you know, it wasn't a hassle with too many people in places and stuff like that.
Just a healthy amount of people.
Yeah, and all the stores were open. The only weird thing that was different at that time when we went was we had to wear masks everywhere. Like even walking outside, as soon as we got out of our really expensive, what would have been expensive hotel room, it was straight to the mask.
Yeah, but I mean they have that in German cities too. Now.
Yeah, when we got back, they mandated the same thing in Germany.
For some cities, big cities.
Yeah, for some cities.
Can I feed him on here, or is that inappropriate? What feeling did you have about the prices over there? You think they dropped the prices in the restaurants and stuff for Corona, or they need the money even more and the prices were still pretty high?
I don't know, you've been there before.
Yeah, normally Venice is unpayable, like on the St. Marcos, and cappuccino can cost up to like 8-12 euros, so like regular food there is super expensive. I felt like we paid pretty regular German prices, whatever we pay in a restaurant here too.
Yeah.
So I think the prices actually did drop because, you know, they kind of need the people to eat there, but also with less people they kind of have to make the same amount of money. I love the pastries.
Yeah, the pastries was cool.
Yes,
most of the time. See, we went there with her mom because her mom had an art exhibit there. So
me and my mom love sweets and candies and sweet breakfast and pastry for breakfast. But and my husband loves
I like real
salty
food,
meat stuff,
real food. So but we was there, me and my friend was there kind of with them, you know what I'm saying? And they've been there before, so they trying to show us all kind of little places to eat these little tiny little breads and cakes and stuff, and me and him looking at each other like, okay, this is cool, but where's the real food at? But it was tasty though, but I didn't get full on a meal until the last night when I got to choose the restaurant.
Yeah, but that was a sad choice because we had to decide for a restaurant where he gets his burgers, but therefore we had to send my mom home because there wasn't no space in the restaurant.
We didn't send her home. She chose to go home. So this is our last night in Venice, and my lovely wife let me
choose the restaurant.
Yeah, she let me choose the restaurant because they've been having us eat like little snack foods the whole time we've been here.
Candy for breakfast.
Yeah.
Me and my mom like the sweet stuff. Husband likes the meat stuff.
I like the meat, paws, and steak and burgers and stuff like that.
So the Mister has a double burger.
Yeah.
Mrs. has a mini salad. Rolling on the river.
Yeah, we see what we did there. She took it high and I took it low.
But you had your burgers, I had my candies and pastries. The coffee, oh, Italian coffee is just the best. I can't drink coffee here since I'm back because it's just a whole different taste and it's really waking you up.
Coffee is coffee to me.
Oh man, remember one night I drank an espresso after dinner and I breastfed Liam. That was really dumb and I apologize for that little man. And he was up to like 3 a.m.
Yeah, wasn't the most romantic night in Venice.
We drank the espresso so it would be romantic, but we just woke the baby up.
Didn't get to use the hot tub that night.
Nope. Well, we did use it.
Yeah, we used it, but it was no happy ending. I'll say that much.
But we got a child. That brings us all the happiness and fulfillment that we need.
Sure does. Oh, I'm a tattoo artist now. Was I a tattoo artist back then?
Probably not.
Oh.
Or just starting, I don't know. He's a pretty good tattoo artist too. He's booked. He's
Booked.
making...
She says booked.
There's a few words that I struggle with and he always making fun of it. Surely, booked, bottom. That was good, right? Bottom.
Bottom. Yeah.
Bottom.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm a tattoo artist now, and like she said, I'm pretty booked out.
Not now, cause we're locked down.
Yeah, as of today, I had to close my tattoo shop along with every other tattoo artist in this area, and hair salons, and all non-essential businesses.
We're
and
just
stuff.
not smart, because it is essential for the one doing the business, you know, like only because you don't go to the hairdresser anymore, it's not essential for you, but it's essential for the hairdresser. So what?
Yeah, and tattoo shops are like the cleanest places you can go to because we always dealing with blood and needles and stuff. So I always have to disinfect my stuff anyway. And I was wearing a mask.
Corona.
Yeah, before Corona, I was wearing masks and all that other stuff. So it really doesn't make any sense to close tattoo shops.
And you know, to you have like, let's say you have 2 big tattoos a day, then you're in touch with 2 people. And if you go to IKEA or Obi or grocery store or wherever, you're in touch with 500 people. Like
Yeah.
it's really random, sorry, but it is.
That's the world we live in today. But hopefully it's just a month.
Like I heard that they already planning on much longer, but they don't want the crowd to get crazy. So they say, right now they say it's only 4 weeks, but it's gonna be like much longer again. Because the numbers are worse than before the last lockdown.
But it would be fucked up for it to be over Christmas and stuff.
Yeah, let's hope families can be together on Christmas. That's really important.
But back to Italy, what's another thing we experienced over there? It
flooded. It flooded like crazy.
Which is probably a normal thing for them.
Like not super normal. I think that like also just started a while ago. Like definitely comes with the climate change. No, Mr. Donald, this is not bad weather. This is climate change. And like first I thought it's just a few puddles on the street, and then you know they started selling stuff and they wanted like these big boots that go to
these big orange
plastic boots,
water boots.
And first I thought this is super unnecessary and they're just wanting to, you know, sell something. But then we kept walking for a while and it got crazy. Like the water really went to your knees.
Yeah, and it was stinky too.
Yeah, it was stinky water from the
sewer water.
And anything that fell in the water got like super stinky. And we had to do like a big laundry that day. And it was the day before the flight.
Yeah, thankfully one of the rooms had a washer and dryer. But it was cool to see like a city like flood like that from nowhere and like.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it was cool because it wasn't like it didn't like fuck up the it was an experience to like buy those boots and walk through the city with them and stuff. And
Yeah, but for me it was scary because it just reminded me so hard that we really have to watch out for our environment. But of course
sure
it was
it
an
wasn't
experience.
like high tide in the morning or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it is, but it shouldn't get like that because, you know, in the next 10 years then it goes like till your nose, you know, like of course it is a thing there, but it shouldn't be that extreme.
Yeah. But the crazy thing about Venice is like, and we found out it's not baby stroller friendly. Like if you have a kid that's in a stroller, you might as well not bring the stroller because it's not stroller friendly. It's too many stairs.
Crazy.
No ramps.
No ramps. Like you really have to take your little carry thing, or you have to be many people so you can switch the baby because your arm's gonna get so tired.
Yeah.
But like lifting the stroller every 5 meters is way worse.
Yeah, when we got there, we was like, hell no.
Also, I thought like we need a car seat, but you know, car means boat. Like
yeah, no cars.
Instead of a taxi, you use a water taxi. Instead of a bus, you use a water bus, and there you don't need like a baby car seat or something.
There's like literally no streets, just like canals and rivers and boats and
But
they
that
call
makes
them
it nice,
gondolas.
right?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it,
It's a
because
romantic kind of.
I never been there before, and to see like all the buildings like pretty much sitting on water, like it's like no space, no like land. It's just all buildings and bricks and water and boats. And we watched a YouTube video because I was like, remember you told me it kind of rises and falls with the water.
Yeah.
You thought it was swimming, but I was like, there's no way that buildings can just swim on top of water because it needs a strong foundation to stand on, or they'll just fall down. But it's actually not built on the strongest of foundations.
It's built on wood.
Yeah, they like. We watched a YouTube video that told us that it's like, it's like a swamp. It used to be a swamp, like really watery land, and they just stuck a whole bunch of wood in the ground, like really close together, really deep into the ground, and like
time it gets like stone. It gets
yeah,
like
with the time,
hard.
after they built on it, with the time, since it was no oxygen getting to the wood,
Super
it petrified
and
and became stone, and now that's what all the buildings stand on, which is unheard. I've never heard of nothing like that.
I think that's really the only place. That's why it's so special, and that's why you have to visit before, because one day it's gonna be like, if we keep going like that,
Yeah.
it's gonna be gone. So like, if you want to see it, you should have like the opportunity kind of soon.
Yeah, because
Which we
when the
thankfully
polar
have.
ice caps melt a little bit more, it's probably gonna vanish like Atlantis.
Atlantis, right? And we want to go one more time, like in summer, and there's like a super cool like beach hotel with like water slides and all kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
we have
true.
to go there again, and then Liam can also enjoy it differently. And we didn't make it on a gondola, so we gotta ride that gondola.
Yeah, we didn't make it to the gondolas.
There was always something. Either mommy had to sleep, or daddy had to record something, or baby needed attention. So
So we
next
was
time.
eating some little pieces. I almost said pieces of shit, but they was nice. We was eating some little shits.
Pastry, tasty pastry. Oh, the best pizza I ever eaten, man. And another point, like I'm telling you, please listen to my words. If you're traveling there with a baby, pack everything. Do not forget nothing. Cause me, what happened, we just started, you know, I was breastfeeding him only, and we just started with a baby bottle for tea and giving him his first real food. And what happened, there was a little misunderstanding who takes the baby bottle, and we left it in Germany. And first I spent the first day only running through Venice looking for a baby bottle, and I didn't even find one. Then in the end I found out like baby stuff there you buy in pharmacies. Like here you go to Drogeriemärkte, you know, Müller DM or whatever, and there you go in pharmacies to buy baby stuff. And then I found a baby bottle, and I didn't really ask for the price because it's the same brand that I'm using at home, and I just went to the cashier and wanted to buy it, and she was like, well, it's 59 euro. And I was like, what is it? 59. And I was thinking, she has a mistake with the numbers. It's probably 5.90 or something. And she really had to write it on a piece of paper until I believed her. And she wanted like 60 euro for small plastic baby bottle, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's not fair, because like you need that thing and they shouldn't use their situation like that. And yeah, I kept going from pharmacy to pharmacy to pharmacy. You know, others want to send me glass, but I can't give Liam a glass bottle. And in the end, like in the 8th pharmacy, I found a baby bottle for like €12, which he took, which is his favorite now. So it was worth the €12. But please, people, do not forget your baby stuff. It's so hard to get. And the baby puree, the brei, tastes so nasty for them. Like, ooh, the fish one, it was so stinky and nasty. So please, people, pack smart.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that has been it for us.
Yep.
Bye bye, Venice.
Bye bye. It's been a pretty
Perfect time. I would say.
Even he was pretty good.
He was pretty good. He gets a little grumpy now.
Yeah, he don't want to leave.
He won't want to leave. But we had some good food. Did a couple time. Baby parents time.
Little grandparent time.
Bird time.
Little artsy time at her mom's exhibit.
Yep, everything was there. The boat time, and now the water taxi is waiting for us.
Yep.
To bring us to our private jet. No, we wish. No private jet yet, so tune in so we can afford a private jet next.
That's what we're working on.
And yep, we'll see you guys soon. I hope you learned some about Venice, so you don't come with a stroller. And
yeah, we're gonna do a voiceover later to tell y'all some facts about
don't forget
Venice
your baby bottles.
Yeah.
And come before it's flooded. And remember, save our Earth. There is no planet B.
True that. All right, we out. See y'all maybe in the airport on the airplane. Peace.